grounding. You see another Merkaba at the bottom. That's a whole nother lecture for a whole nother moment because I ain't trying to shut YouTube down. They'll do it if I get to dive into that one at the bottom. We're going to say that for the website. You also see one on the top because that represents the many different possibilities that exist, limitless. You feel me? Yeah, all the colors, all the vibratory colors in there. The chakras, right? But this Merkaba, all right, the Merkaba, that's what a Merkaba is. It's a 6-point star. All right. The Merkaba is the same Merkaba that they used to blow our second sun away in the beginning of the war. All right. And when they took our planet from us and everything from us, peace to all the guys walking in class, 2,100 people in class, what's the word? But when they took our Merkaba and pushed the second sun away, that started the whole cosmic war that we are still battling now. So we gonna stay right there at that. How this Merkaba, we had a one that was outside of us, and you have one that's inside of you and around you. These Merkabas. You also can activate the Merkaba to travel in it. This is the original astral traveling. The original astral traveling before you had to leave the vessel. Okay? The original astral projection before you ever had to leave the vessel. Because you are immortal. We are immortal beings. It was the oxygen that made you what they want to call, quote unquote, superhuman. Because you could never be human. At the least, you could be superhuman. That means you this God living in this human state, but you're still going to be superb regardless, because your genetics that's just what you are. You are the creator of everything, and everything is you. Okay? So, before we dive deep into this divine download, it's imperative that we open it up with the right spiritual energy. So first, let me start with my disclaimer. If you don't like to hear profanity, get the fuck out now. Okay? If you don't want your kids to hear profanity, exit the motherfucking university right now. Okay? If you don't like outspoken black gods, you might want to get up out of here. Okay? If you got a problem with black gods who is cool with high vibrational human beings, and that's going to make you call me fake woke, because I'm not racist, so I fuck with the high vibrational human beings. Shout out to all the human beings that came out and stood with us on the 13th. See what I'm saying? All the high vibrational human beings. But for you judgmental black bitches, that's what I like to call you, house Negroes, that will take me being cool with anybody human that's me being fake woke, you might want to exit now. And if you're a human being, right, and you got a problem with me saying that y'all came out the petri dish, which y'all did, you might want to exit this motherfucker now. This is the disclaimer. So can't nobody ever say they ain't know what the fuck they was getting themselves into when they walked in here today. You see what I'm saying? That's the disclaimer. We're going to leave it at that. Now, I want to send, like I say, peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. All right? All right? I don't like to use the term education, all right? Or adjudication, as it was used to be called. But proper education always creates enlightenment. However you want to flip it, whatever you want it to be, you're going to rise, though. Positive energy always creates elevation. You know? Proper understanding with an E always creates enlightenment. And don't tell me I can't spell understanding with an E. Don't it sound like it's spelled that way? How it sound? Inner. Like in this. Like emit. So I can spell it how I want to spell it. See what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what you're doing when you spelling anyway. You're spelling. It's a spell. It's what you want it to be. When will you realize this reality is what you want it to be? I don't give a fuck what they taught you. Peace meaning Proper, inner, with an E, standing, always creates enlightenment. See, I don't want to spell it that way. I want to spell it my way. You see, I keep telling you that. Do this shit your way. You are the algorithm. You are right and you are wrong. You are everything and you are nothing. You are everything and everything is you. You are everywhere, you are nowhere. When will you realize what you are? You the dust, you the microbes in the dust. You the dark matter energy from which all cosmic bodies are formed. Galaxies, multiverses, realities, dimensions, paradigms, planets. You the wise old owl. You that wise old owl that sat in that oak. And the more he saw, the less he spoke. And the less he spoke, the more he heard. You are that wise old bird. Once again, free Larry Hoover. I'm sending the deepest of understanding to all the elders 65 and older, because respect to the elders is to take your power back. You must respect everything. What came before you and what came after you and what came with you. So this is why I respect my elders, because they came before me in this physical, in this lifetime. And I respect my peers because they came with me in this lifetime. And I respect the youth because they come after me in this lifetime or after this vessel. Prepare yourself to rise. Proper preparation always prevents poor performance. I'll say that again. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Once again, free Larry Hoover. So to all my elders, I'm sending you the deepest of insight. The deepest of it. And may you be brave in battle, because it has came amongst us. May you be fearless in battle, for this war is already won. We already won the war. Let's just sit back and enjoy it. Watch it play out. The sun don't shine unless we tell it to. Did you know that? Beautiful reflections. That the sun don't shine unless you tell it to. We are the epic center of the cosmos. When we react, nature reacts. We are nature. That's why they didn't even want you wearing your natural ether. Or that's why they didn't like, you see, I showed you Angela Davis. They didn't like people in there. She said they deemed her as militant just because she had a natural. Don't want to call it an afro, because we know that afro, anything pertaining to that name, we giving all our love to a white racist oppressor named Scipio Africanus. So we not going to call it an afro no more. Now we know why they called it naturals. But why was the oppressor viewing our people as militant just for wearing their natural ether? Just like they view you militant today when you lock your ether. When you braid your ether, you are already a threat. See, a lot of you walking around, we waking up wearing our jewelry back in our foreheads and our eyes. We getting back to our tattoos. You think tattoos are new? Your tattoos used to light up. We are luminous beings. They showed you this in Avatar. We always adorned ourselves in symbols, crystals. We always lived in the most royal fashion. We the gods, man. Poverty is a spell. School is a spell. The workforce is a spell. These are all sentient programs, a part of this matrix, like whole lockdown. But it has corroded. It has melted right where it stood. So to my peers, I want to send the deepest of insight. And may you be brave in battle. May the ancestors be with you. May the guardian angels be with you. May the cherubim be with you. May the seraphim be with you. May the Galactic Confederation and the other many extraterrestrial confederations all throughout the 12 universes be with you. May fearlessness be with you. Remove the fear. Replace it with purpose. You can't have fear and purpose. You got to make a choice. Either you're going to have fear and no purpose, which is why we are, most of us, where we are today, living with all this fear. So therefore, you lack a purpose. Therefore, if you lack a purpose, then they will use you to make their purpose come true. You don't hear me? You can't have both. You can't have both. You can't have both. Either you're going to have fear and no purpose, or you're going to have a purpose and no fear. When you know your purpose, you can't live with fear. You don't move with fear. And when you don't move with fear, the universe bends to you the way it's supposed to, because you created her in the first place. Do you know you created everything? I mean, every little thing. The air you breathe, that's you. That's you. The number of chromosomes that are attached to the chromosphere, that's you, of the sun that makes it shine. You did that. You salted the seas. You did that. You put you were the one to design the turtle shell to deem how tough it should be. Oh, how wise you are, but yet you forgot who you was. Who you think created the octopus and decided to put X amount of arms on it? Who made the snail move slow? Who created the lemur? Who created the wolf? Who gave the lion its soul or chi for it to roar and be heard from up to 5-6 miles away? You did. Who gave the rhinoceros its strength? You did. You say you forgot what you are and who you are? You won't damn near go around no rhino today. Who you think designed the cheetah? Gave it its speed with an internal cool down mechanism so that the body of the cheetah don't overheat. Who you think was the scientist that designed that? You were. Who you think enumerated the number of ridges on your fingertip and made sure no fingerprint was ever the same? You did. Take your power back. Stop praying to things outside of you, because you will never get changed when you do that. Remember when Aladdin went to the genie? The genie gave him 3 wishes. Imagine how it would have been if Aladdin went to the genie and then the genie turned around and said, okay, I can help you, Aladdin, but let me go ask somebody else. Let me go pray to this white Jesus or these gods that your oppressors gave you. Muhammad, Buddha, Jesus, Mary, all of them given to you. Your ancestors didn't accept none of that shit. That's why they had to go to war with them. Deport their souls from the planet. But we back now. See, those ancestors that they deported in the beginning, that's us that came back. We remember what they did to us. That's why we so full of rage. Indigo children, we started being born in the 1950s. All the way up to now, what they call blue crystal babies. Just different races of indigo children. But we are the ancient ones that were here in the beginning. That's why the youth or our generation has been so full of rage. And they knew we was coming, so that's why they put drugs in the community, STDs in the community, crack in the community. Black exploitation period, they brought pimping in and made our women made it cool to be a hoe and a pimp in the 70s. They knew we was coming. So they had spells designed for us. They created the TV, started tracking you, came out with cell phone devices because they knew you were coming. Anybody, any soul here after 1950, you're indigo child. If you have carbon in your skin, that makes you a 9-ether being. Like I said, Sirius X headquarters, that mean we 9 ethers. You hear me? 9 ether beings. They knew we was coming. They tried everything in their power to stop us from coming. Because after they took this from you, from your ancestors, from us, they had a spurt where they didn't have nothing to worry about. Because the souls that were coming were not the ancient ones. The ancient ones have returned. All of you, ancient ones, spiritual assassins. From 1950 all the way through that whole window. Every day, every second these souls coming in here, these all indigo. We started coming in 1950. In 1930, they were able to track us with their sonar radars, seeing all this activity in the sky behind the firmament. They're like, boy, these motherfuckers coming in droves. So what they do, they created the FBI. J. Edgar Hoover. They seen us coming in 1930. By 1950, we was here.